Ani Bichigik Luis Cervantes, Kikim, Lower Santan, District 4. Hello, my name is Luis Cervantes, and I'm originally from Lower Santan, District 4. Just happy to be here and happy to share my story with you too, as well as my brothers that were here earlier that you heard from them. Myself, I started, my first taste of alcohol was probably when I was about five or 6 years old. And I remember getting drunk for the first time probably around 7. I grew up in an alcoholic home. I grew up with an alcoholic parent, an alcoholic uncle, and just basically was around the party scene back in the 70s. I grew up in the 70s, and that was kind of what you did here on this reservation. Was the adults at that time, they drank a lot, and they drank almost every weekend. And so I saw that, I grew up with that, and basically I started to model that same behavior that I was watching my parent and my uncle and my older relatives do. So when they would pass out, I would go and get their beer and drink their beer, and it wasn't just me, but a lot of the other kids that were there at the party would also do the same thing. And then I began to smoke weed probably when I was about 8 or 9. I started dealing when I was in 5th grade, and I got into amphetamine, speed in junior high, and LSD, a lot of acid, a lot of even mushrooms, things of that nature. So I don't even remember my freshman, sophomore, or first junior year in high school because I was always high, I was always drunk, I was always doing something like that. So I don't remember those years. And it took me 5 years to graduate from high school. But what happened to me was one day a man by the name of Perry Jackson and another man that's gone now, Harrington Luna, asked me to come over to listen to some drumming at what used to be the old Central Arizona College extension over here in Sacaton. And so I went, and I thought I would check it out and just to see what was going on. Well, I sat around the drum, just kind of what you saw earlier, and they started to sing. And when they started to sing, something inside of me opened up. Something inside of me was awakened, and it was my spirituality. It was my thirst for knowledge of who I really was. And so I began to listen to them sing, and again, this drum like this here hooked me that day. I remember that day, and I haven't used since. And they were there just like we are now. They were there then to encourage me and to help me. So I'm not gonna glamorize anything. I'm not gonna say that it's been easy, because it hasn't been. It's been a struggle most of my life to stay clean and sober. There's been times when I felt like using again. There's been times that I've come up against the wall, against anger, against all kinds of things that make you want to go back to. Especially with me, my drug of choice was marijuana, and I love to smoke weed. And a lot of times, even now, I still feel like getting high every once in a while. And that's just being honest. That's being honest about it, But I know that if I go back to doing that my life is going to be different than what it is right now. Right now, I'm an alcohol and drug abuse counselor with the alcohol and drug abuse program here on Gila River. I've got a licensure from the state of Nevada. I've got a certification here in Arizona. That I'm very proud of, that I've been able to do that. But I know that if I had been using, if I had been still doing those things, I still would be out there. I probably wouldn't even be alive. Fortunately, I stopped when I was a teenager, But again, like we say, like my brother Aaron was saying, the damage is still done. You still suffer those effects of what you did back a long time ago. I buried my mom in 2000, and I buried my father in 2001. Both of them were 57 years old. That's really young. That's not very old. But both of them died as a result of their alcohol and drug use when they were younger. And I wish I had my mom. I wish I had my dad right now, but I don't because of this thing. You look around this reservation right now, there's a lot of suffering here. There's a lot of suffering that goes on with our people. There's a lot of deaths that are happening. Our graveyards didn't used to be that big. You look at them now, they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's more and more graves there because of this disease. And, you know, just to kind of, you listen to everybody here. You listen to everybody's story, including mine. And, you know, it's up to you whether you're going to make that decision to use or not to use. It's going to be there. It's going to come to you. It came to us. It's going to come to you. And you have to maybe learn from our mistakes. You heard all these brothers give their point of view on what they went through. You don't need to go through those things that we went through. There's no reason why anybody should have to suffer the way that we did. Maybe we suffer so that you don't have to. So I want to, you know, close this up this evening by saying that, you know, learn from our mistakes. We're not proud of everything that you heard today. We're not proud of it. We're ashamed of it, actually, because we had to experience those things. But it made us stronger, and it made us better men. You know, it helped us to learn those lessons that we needed to learn. And, you know, I just want to, you know, thank this program and everything that we're doing today. And again, you know, I just ask that you know, you learn from us, and that you don't have to go down this road. But also know that we are here, that if you're from this community and if you're watching this video now, come check us out. Come see what we have to offer. Because we're trying to give you something that we got a long time ago. We're just trying to give it back. Somebody gave us this gift of sobriety, and we'd like to give it back to you. And we'd like to even get to the point where someday where maybe nobody has to experience these things. You know, so today, you know, I just want to thank you for the time, and I hope that these songs that we sang for you, that they give you a blessing and that they give you a good feelings. Oh, what's the Topa?